We're in the studios with George Metz with GMetz Moving and Storage, and we're talking about a hands-free moving experience. Go figure, right? A hands-free
Correct.
moving experience. Who would think? I've moved probably about 12, 14 times probably in my life, George. Too many.
Yep.
Too many. Thanks for being here.
Not a problem. We always love to be here, and thanks for having us back again.
You're welcome.
So some of the things with hands-free moving, and this is one of the things that we haven't touched on, I don't think, in the studio at all since we've been here. So hands-free moving is when you do not touch a thing. Our clients do not have to touch anything. They give us a call. We come out, we do an estimate, so we can give them an estimate, give them the free moving education that we talked about last time, and then also let them know that they do not have to touch a thing. They can leave their home exactly the way it is when we do our first walkthrough. We let them know that we can pack up all their fragiles, all their belongings, get everything moved to their new location. We unpack, we put it to where they want it and specified, and they do not have to touch a thing. The only thing they have to touch is a pen to sign off on it, and that is it. So those are the things that, again, we haven't really talked about, but it is stuff that we offer to our clients on a regular basis if they need it, whether they're busy working professionals or they're on the elderly side and they can't physically do it.
Yeah.
So again, it runs the gamut of who needs that type of service, but that's what we're here for.
Question for you. So, okay, so like you've heard me say it before, I'm a total ADD case, okay? And I think a lot of like salespeople are. So you go into my house and I've got like 4 different junk drawers. It's just a collection drawer, right? It's like I've got, drawers, I've got cabinets, I've got, my closets. Like I was that kid that was shoving everything in his closet when his parents were like, clean your room, right? How do you deal with all of that? Do you guys organize that stuff too? I know.
So yes, we can organize it, and again, it all depends on exactly what the client needs. If they just need us to come in and pack it, or if they need us to organize it, we would have our organizing professional come in that's on our staff.
Okay.
Help you, the client, organize the junk drawers, and maybe go from 4 at your current home or apartment to 1 at your new one. The pens that wind up in 3 different drawers, and every time you look for a pen, you can't find it because you don't go to that right drawer at the right time.
Yep.
So we kind of can help consolidate, get everything to one area. Or, again, some people just want us to do the first half of the hands-free, and then they put everything away themselves. And when we do that, we mark every box by cabinet position of their old home, because again, we don't know what it's going to look like at the new home sometimes.
Exactly.
So again, there's so many different variables of how we can get a hands-free move going for you. But that is one of them where we can have an organizer come in weeks before the move, a few days before. They just kind of help organize a little bit, and then we come in and do everything, a day or 2 before the closing. The day of the closing, we're moving everything out so you can stay, again, living in that home without having to go to a hotel for a night or 2 or be on a friend's couch. You don't want to do that. We can keep you right in the home right up until the day of the closing.
That's good. So there's a couple other instances where this could come in really handy with that organizer, okay? And that's one, an estate sale, okay? So if you're running an estate for somebody, okay, and, or you've inherited a home that you need to sell in order to pay out to the estate, what do you do with all the stuff in there? So these people always have questions about that, and what we do is we obviously refer them to you if they want to store anything or if they want to move stuff from here to there.
So that's something that comes up pretty often on that side of it. So there are certain people that want to keep certain memories and certain antiques.
Sure.
So sometimes they're out of state. So what we'll do is we'll take it back to our facility.
Yep.
We'll clean everything out of the home because they're not here. They're not local. It's a family member, unfortunately, that passed away, or again, they have to sell this home.
Yep.
So what they do is they call you, they list it with you, then we go in, we get everything out of the home or stage it to a certain point with you, and we get everything back to our facility. Then the family member comes in when it gets a little bit closer to closing time. They come to our facility. They can take a look at everything, hand pick what they want. We can ship that to them directly and, again, keep it with us. And then from there, we can discard of it if it's needed or bring it out to a local charitable spot, whether it's Big Brothers Big Sisters or any of those other facilities that are around here that give right back to the state and the people in need. So.
And there's also companies that'll put your stuff on consignment.
Correct.
So That's a big one too. And you said something that was really great. And you said, maybe leave some things in there to stage the property. Now, guys, like staging, like by the way, we're gonna have Shannon Brito with Premier Home Staging on the show a little bit later on, talking about this topic too. But staging doesn't mean bringing in furniture or anything outside. It means using what you have a lot of times. Right. And positioning things and furniture in a way where buyers are going to be able to connect with your property. That's the biggest thing, okay? So when you're running an estate sale or when you're just decluttering, when you're moving out, getting ready, when you call George to help you organize or to go through stuff, okay, to get on to the next chapter of your life, you're going to want to also consult with Shannon Brito and myself, and we're going to go in there. We're going to help you stage that property so buyers can connect with it and see themselves there. And you may not believe how effective this is, right, but this is so effective. Right. It will earn you probably 1 to 3 more points at the end of the day. A $200,000 house could earn you $5,000 to $6,000 more from just moving some furniture around.
Right. And that's one thing. We will do the moving for it. We're not stagers, so that's why we use professionals like Shannon to make sure it's done properly. Again, we're out there to move it, get it moved around, get it adjusted. If they want to set it on the wall, our guys are on point. They center it, and then somebody will come back with a tape measure and measure it. Mm-hmm. And if we're most of the time we're within a 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch just by dropping the piece, placing the piece where it belongs.